Hello and welcome to this short presentation on overcoming objections with effective cash management. Over the next few slides we're going to have a look at the issues and concerns that your clients might have with you approaching them with a new cash management proposition. We've got a few listed here. It's all around trust, confidence, the emotional attachment that people have to their existing banks and building societies, fear of the unknown, and also how familiar is this as a service offered by yourselves, and what approach have you taken in previous years. So to start off with, it's important to recognise what impact your previous behaviour will have had on your client's attitude to you now coming along and helping them to manage their cash. If you've previously never got involved and you've turned clients away, then there'll be a little bit more work to do in building their trust and building their confidence to get on board with your new service. However, if you have helped and supported with the identification and provision of suitable savings accounts in the past, then basically this is just an evolution of your proposition. So if we recognise what we've done previously, it'll help us to work out what we need to do in the future to turn our clients and or professional connections around. And it's all about setting off little bonfires. The more little bonfires you light, then the more likely they are to turn into big bonfires and what we will then class as business. People need time and consideration. Clients and professional connections alike do like to be given the time to consider what their options are, and also to consider the legitimacy of a new proposition. So over the next few slides we're going to look at what presentations you can make to those people, but then it's important to give them time to think and to pick up further conversations later down the line. So why is this important, and what is it that stops someone from engaging in a proposition that's not only obvious, it makes absolute sense, and it guarantees a better return on capital? And it's all about confidence and trust. People understanding what it is you can do, but also the control that they maintain and the belief that you'll be able to deliver them the promises that we make. So having the ability to walk away and give people that time to think is one of the greatest strengths you can have. So what is it that we should be explaining to our clients? Well, first and foremost, it's important to identify how they've previously looked after their savings and what returns they've been getting, and talk to them about actually the best way to plan their money. And these 6 points here are probably the 6 most important areas for when it comes to managing cash. First off, you have to ensure sufficient capital is available over the next 12 months. You have to provide for any one-off payments over the next 5 years, and any remaining capital can then be built into a portfolio as we've previously discussed. That portfolio should be split in equal amounts that are equal to or greater than the original amount held on deposit. This makes sure that you're not going to be running out of money each year. It also makes sure that you're never more than 12 months away from a new tranche of money. And from there you simply maximise the interest rate and the level of FSCS protection obtained. Portfolios then fall into an annual review cycle to enable the interest rates and the levels of FSCS protection to be maintained. But most importantly, your client owns all of the money and all of the accounts at all times, and if you don't make your clients aware of that, then it's a bit of an uphill struggle at all times. So here's a representation of the items built into the system that you can use to build your client's confidence and trust. So let's just have a look at each one of these in detail. We start off with the savings calculator. We recommend that everybody has this built into their website, and so it's all about their brand and their business proposition. So with the calculator you can very quickly identify what your clients are receiving from their savings and demonstrate to them what they could be receiving. Their emotional attachment to their existing savings account provider will also naturally come out at this stage, because you can start talking to your clients about building a portfolio and how a portfolio will help them to maximise their returns. And at the end of the day, if you can demonstrate you can earn your clients an extra £1,000, whether they do it today or not isn't necessarily the biggest issue, because 6 months down the line you can turn around to your clients and you can say, well look, you've lost £500 over the last 6 months, how much would you like to lose over the next 6 months? All of these items are guaranteed, so therefore it makes absolute sense to undertake this kind of planning. It's also now possible to present a chart to your clients, such as the one shown here, where this chart shows the existing return from a client's portfolio. If they continue to do what they have always done, then the blue line illustrates the difference, that the rate of interest that they're receiving over the next 5 years, the difference that will make to their capital. The red line shows the impact of inflation, so how much the value of their capital should have increased by to maintain its purchasing power, and the orange line shows what a 5-year portfolio could do rolling forward over 5 years and the difference that can make. So that's a high impact, simple visualization to show to your clients. You could then show them the product tables within the system, which illustrates the number of accounts that are reviewed. It illustrates the whole of market research that's provided, and it illustrates the independent selection that's made of the best savings account providers held within the UK. And it also shows that with a natural spread, a natural portfolio over 3, 4, 5 years, how the level of FSCS compensation protection will be spread over a number of advisors just by maximising the returns over a medium to long term portfolio. You could also show your clients the FSCS tables, and I think the reality is from surveys conducted by the FSCS that actually not many people are aware of actually what the FSCS compensation scheme provides and how you access it. So it's important to share this with your clients, and then it's also important to show how within the system the allocation of FSCS license is managed accordingly within the portfolio, so the client actually doesn't have to worry about it, and this just provides an additional level of assurance and confidence and also trust. You could then show them how the portfolio build works, how the process comes together with the filter, with creating a portfolio within the system, how you can enter your client's requirements, and then the system will actually go away and provide those accounts that only meet those requirements, so that a portfolio can be built easily and effectively. Now, if after sharing all of this information with your client or your professional connection they're still not ready to go ahead, just give them time. Give them time to think about it. Think about your little bonfire turning into a bigger bonfire, and make sure that you discuss it with your clients every time you see them. Deposits must always be handled in the best way to suit the needs of a client, but it always makes sense to maximise the rates of interest, maximise the level of FSCS protection, and review all portfolios annually. And utilising our cash management system and engaging with your clients and providing them with access and their own login to the system can go a long way to satisfying all of the issues and concerns that your client might have. Okay, so that's the end of the presentation. I hope you've enjoyed it and found it useful and of value. If you would like any further information, then please contact us via one of the methods shown below. And thank you once again for listening.